What's going on, everybody? Off the Mike Sports Network here. Another edition of Browns Thoughts off the Mike Sports Network. Um, so, the Cleveland Browns, as I predicted, there were some people in the fan base who were like, yeah, we're going to beat the 49ers, who are, an 8-win team, potentially going to the playoffs, still have Christian McCaffrey, still have George Kittle, all these talented people. Yeah, we're going to go beat them 26-8. Browns led 8-7 in this game. They had a two-point conversion near the back half of the first half, and then San Francisco was able to get a field goal, doinked off the upright. So it's a 25-yard field goal at the gun. This defense tried, man, but, man, the special teams stink. The offense stinks, and I think some of that is coaching, some of that is play from certain players. And I know the narrative, but here's the shocking thing you guys may know. The Browns actually outgained the San Francisco 49ers by a yard in this game, 253 to 252. San Francisco had more time of possession, did way better on third down, had more first downs. But in terms of yardage, maybe some of it was garbage time, but still, the Browns did outgain the San Francisco 49ers in this game. That's also just a reflection of how great this defense is and how much they are wasting this defense in 2025. Now, the main story going into this game that everybody was talking about is, can Shedeur Sanders solidify himself as potentially the franchise quarterback of this team? I'm here to tell you guys, in 3 weeks, I have seen very little to convince me that Shedeur Sanders is the franchise quarterback of the future of this team. He will have opportunities down the stretch against some mediocre. They're playing the Titans next week, who are a 1-win football team at home. Shedeur is going to start that game. He better play well. That's his third start. Like, the Raider game, he looked okay. But did he look exceptional? No. And to me, despite his name, he has got to look way better than what he has looked like if the Browns are going to tell themselves, hey, we're going to go into the upcoming NFL draft and pass on a first-round quarterback again. It also is going to depend on who is available. It's probably going to be Fernando Mendoza, maybe Dante Moore, maybe Ty Simpson, but Ty Simpson has looked a little bit shaky for Alabama as they go into an SEC title game against Georgia this upcoming week. But Shedeur Sanders has done, and people say, well, Mike, he threw a touchdown and he was 60, and he outplayed Brock Purdy in terms of yardage and stuff. 16 of 25, 149 yards. One of those passes was a 34-yard wide open throw to Harold Fannin on a very well-designed play for a touchdown. And he hit it. Good. He also missed a couple of throws down the field. And he took a couple of really, really terrible sacks. Like, really terrible sacks on a fourth down. And there was also a sequence where on third down, he got taken out of field goal range. Like, yeah, it was going to be like a 50-yard field goal in wind, but still, you have to value the ball and get rid of it. This is the problem with him. And I understand that this is only his second start. But if you're the Cleveland Browns, you can't honestly go through this. And, like, I know his truthers and people are going to hit me in the comments and say, Mike, you're being way too hard. Guys, I've seen enough bad quarterback play in my life. If your criteria is, oh, he looks better than Dylan Gabriel, if that's your criteria for he should be the long-term starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, you need to go get your eyes checked. You need to go reassess yourself as a football fan. There is really the throw that he made to Isaiah Bond in the game against the Raiders last week was probably one of the only exceptional plays that he has made this entire time. That gives you at least a little bit of hope. But this week he played an accomplished defense that was a little banged up at home, and the defense did their job, limited the San Francisco 49ers, as talented as they are, to less yards than the Browns had. And yet you got one touchdown at the end of the first half, which is a great drive. You ran the ball a ton. They have a good running game. Yes, the offensive line is a little bit of a mess. And, special teams and did not put them in a good spot in terms of some mistakes that they had. They had a bunch of fumbles in this game that were not, and it doesn't look like, like, look, let's put it this way. This is not all Kevin Stefanski's fault. He has not done very well in this year or last year. But him and Tommy Rees did what they could to try and put this team into a decent position to be successful. Yeah, there was some rotating offensive linemen. That was weird. But again, the touchdown that happened was a schemed up, wide open Harold Bannon down the field. How is Shedeur Sanders going to miss that? Okay, I understand. Dillon Gabriel probably would have missed that. He missed some easy gimme throws and was not taking any chances. And Dillon Gabriel actually had to come into this game for a play and throw a pass because Shedeur took a bad hit going to the ground. And listen, I don't know what you guys want me to say. Everybody's just trying to find excuses to justify, oh, Shedeur's a rookie. Oh, Shedeur this and this and this and this. And it's just, guys, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it like, oh, the coach is scheming against him and trying to make him fail. Oh, he should have been a first-round pick. Well, which is it? Which is it? This is what frustrates me. And then Shedeur's having to answer questions about Kevin Stefanski basically trying to sabotage him in the postgame, and he handled it pretty well. But the problem that I have with this is also I don't like some of the antics that he has. And I think he kind of is a little bit too cavalier and Cleveland, but very casual about a lot of stuff. And I was like, dude, you're a starting quarterback in the NFL. Act like it. Your father played in the NFL as a Hall of Famer. Act like it. I mean, Deion got away with a lot because of his God-given ability, because he was one of the greatest athletes who ever played in sports, not just football, in sports. He played baseball. Played in a World Series and played in a Super Bowl. The guy's an unbelievable athlete, and one of the most charismatic people you'll see ever. So, I just listen. I don't think there's a ton to be taken away from this game. He did okay, but there was some bad along with some okay. He threw a nice. He hit some of the easy stuff, and to me, he's earned the right to start over Dillon Gabriel. I've said that for a couple of weeks. But that being said, that doesn't make him the future face of this franchise. And, we need to go all get our watches, and we need to all rally around this guy. The guy has to show a hell of a lot more to me and to the Browns ownership and, everybody there, that he's not just another Johnny Manziel. I don't think that this is Baker Mayfield. I think that this is much closer to Johnny Manziel. And, provided a couple of nice moments, made some things, really exciting in Cleveland. But given the standard of that defense, and given that he was a 5th-round pick, he has to show a hell of a lot more. And also, fair or not, his last name and all of the antics and all of the circus that comes with that, he's got to show a hell of a lot more. This ain't just play calling. Like, the Browns are broken as an operation in general. But, if you're that great, you should be able to rise up against it. This ain't sabotage. And don't do that anymore. But to me, from what I saw in this game, he still has a long way to go. And that's what everybody thought when he came into this. This guy is not going to be a Pro Bowler overnight. It's going to take time. And if he doesn't show something quickly, the Browns are going to be they're going to be a 4 or 5 win team. They're going to be in position to take a quarterback next year. And if they don't see enough in this guy, you're going to give him 5, 6 starts at the end of the year. He better show something. Otherwise, they're going to move on. And as of right now, he is not a franchise quarterback. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends you. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.